Yo, welcome back to another video. We are in the Catch Cup today, and let's see what team we're running. We got the Dewgong paired with the Gligar and the Serperior. So we got the Wigglytuff versus this Dewgong right now. Kind of a neutral matchup depending on shield situations. Okay, so we're going to go for this Icy Wind here, get the debuff going, and get him out of damage right there. Expecting them to go for Disarming Voice. Yeah, makes sense here. Good neutral damage on their part as well. Luckily, we're able to get to another Icy Wind here. This is going to get a KO or a shield. Our opponent here ends up having the Salazzle here. Salazzle is not great for a Serperior, so our only counter is our Gligar. We're going to have to tank all these moves. Ends up being a Poison Fang. Not super effective, but then these Incinerates are chunking away now. Next Poison Fang goes through. Basically does neutral damage at this point. Now we're going to go for another Aerial Ace. It does get a shield from our opponent. So, that's really bad. We get farmed and down by the Salazzle right there. Unable to get another move off, and that is key because now we're just going to get farmed down. This Salazzle is super hard counter to that Serperior, and they are able to win that game right there. So, GG's to our opponent. Maybe we could have switched out earlier, but I'm actually okay with how we played it. It's just a little bit unlucky. We saw the Salazzle. All right, next game. Let's see what we find. We got Dewgong versus the Annihilate. Not a great matchup again. We're expecting to switch out here. We're going to go into the Gligar. Let's see what they have in the back. They have the Gligar themselves, so they don't have a good counter to this Gligar, which is a hint to what they possibly have in the back. Here, we're going to tank this Aerial Ace. We do have a one fast move advantage as we're the ones who switched in first. So let's see if our opponent ends up shielding at any point. We're going to shield here just to see what they do. I'm going to go for this Aerial Ace, and if they shield, of course, they're going to try to get the last shield from us, but it looks like they let it go. Expecting Annihilate to come back here. We are going to be able to get to this Aerial Ace right here. Oh, nice catch by my opponent. The Mandibuzz catch is pretty solid for them. We are going to be able to get to this Aerial Ace right here to debuff their attacks. Now, how healthy do we want this Dewgong, right? Because this Dewgong potentially could be farmed for that Annihilate. So we're going to allow this Dark Pulse to go through. Looking for the farm down at this point. Okay, great farm down right there. Now we have Icy Wind to throw back at this Annihilate. We know that it's going to debuff. Our opponent ends up letting it go. And now we're going to be able to get to another Icy Wind. This is for sure going to get a shield, right? Oh no, they realize that it is over. GG's to our opponent right there. Yeah, it was going to be a tough situation for them because all the energy we gained with that Dewgong, and we were going to keep on debuffing that Annihilate. We did have a Serperior in the back, which was going to be able to withstand most of his attacks after those debuffs. All right, next we have the Mandibuzz versus this Dewgong. Pretty good lead for us, expecting them to switch out. They switch out into the Skeledirge. Skeledirge is doing some neutral Incinerates here. We're going to go for the Aerial Ace bait. Most likely going to get a shield here because they don't want to waste all that energy. Makes sense. Now we got to decide if we want a shield or not. We're going to go for the shield. No need to call baits at this point. They have a ton of energy. And in fact, we're just going to double shield here and hoping that we can get to 2 more moves. This Aerial Ace bait is trying to get the last shield, which indeed it does. And now we're going to try to get to another last move here. This dig is going to KO, so that was well played right there. Now we have the slight advantage where, okay, we get the Aerial Ace off, which is great chip damage. We know that that Dewgong is going to be in prime position. So this Dewgong goes in here, expecting them to go for a big move. Yep, there's the Outrage. Outrage does do neutral damage, but it doesn't KO the Dewgong, so that's the key right here. Able to get this Icy Wind bait, or Icy Wind debuff, and then we're going to switch out, hoping to catch a dark move, not the Aerial Ace. Okay, we do catch the Dark Pulse, which is better. And now we just got to decide if we want to go for Frenzy Plan or Aerial Ace. They go for the Aerial Ace, but the Aerial Ace is debuffed, so we can survive it easily. We're going to go for this Aerial Ace because we think we can get to another one. So we can get to another move right here. This Frenzy Plant doesn't quite KO, but it did get it low enough where it is one fast move away from being KO'd. We're going to go for this Aerial Ace here to take out the Dragalge, and then we're going to switch out immediately into the Dewgong to snipe the Mandibuzz. So GG's to our opponent right there, running the Dragalge. I like it. Interesting pick right there, paired with the Mandibuzz. Okay, next game, let's see what we find. We got the Dewgong versus Annihilate. Okay, another unfortunate lead here. We're going to switch on to the Gligar. Let's see what they have in the bag. They end up having the Lickitung. Lickitung is going to be quite tanky. We're going to hopefully sneak in a dig here. No, they actually call it. So they are going to possibly try to win this switch. We're going to shield right here. And now we're going to go for another dig here. This dig, will it be shielded? No shield right there. So that's not bad. Going 50% on the digs. Here, we're going to tank this body slam here and hope that we can get to... Okay, actually, they had double. We're going to double shield here. And now it comes down to, do we go for another dig or do we go for the arrow ace? We do have 2 arrow aces. We're going to go for the arrow ace, quote-unquote, bait. And we do get the shield, which is exactly what we wanted. We have another arrow ace available for them. And this arrow ace doesn't quite KO, but the ensuing wing attack does KO. So, interesting events right there. Now we're going to switch into the Serperior. This Serperior is looking to gain a little bit of energy. We know we can tank one move here. Shadow Ball, easily tanked. And then our opponent here switches out into the Gligar. Gligar is going to be able to get to a dig here. And then we're going to farm up just a little bit extra. And then we're going to go for this Icy Wind. This Icy Wind does take out this Gligar. And now we're going to go for this Drill Run right here. Hopefully it KOs. No, not quite. Okay, so we should have gone Icy Wind right there. Icy Wind would have debuffed them, and it was going to be a slightly better move right there. So a little bit of a mistake right there. GG's to our opponent right there. Icy Wind would have debuffed their Annihilate, and not only that, but maybe we do enough fast move damage to pressure them to use some energy right there. All right, next we're going to be faced with the Steelix. Steelix here is pretty decent against our Serperior. So we're going to stay in here and play this one out. Worst case, we barely lose. Okay, they actually go for a shield. Worst case, we barely lose here. We could farm with something in the back. The Breaking Swipe that is debuff comes through. We're going to go for this Drill Run now. This Drill Run, I don't know, what is that, like 20%? So once again, we're going to shield right here, even though it probably would have KO'd, but we want this Steelix low enough so that we can potentially farm down with something or just win outright. So that was why we did that. And then we go and get the Icy Wind versus this Mandibuzz. This Mandibuzz is going to be really good against our Serperior, so we're just going to stay in, hope they throw a move. They do throw a move right here, take out our Dewgong, and now we're just going to go in with our Gligar here. Luckily, this Mandibuzz is debuffed, so we have a little bit better favorable matchup. Otherwise, if it wasn't debuffed, we would have lost this. We're going to go for this Arrow Ace right here. This Arrow Ace gets it into the low yellow. They go for another Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse doesn't quite get there. We're going to go for another Arrow Ace here. This will get it into the low red. This time they shield, so indication of what they have in the back maybe. Maybe like a Fighter. Oh, they don't have a Fighter. They have the Charger Bug. So Charger Bug right here is going to have a difficult time with this Gligar, especially because we have a shield. Our opponent here does throw the move here. We're going to shield this no matter what, because we're going to be able to get to another move with our Serperior here. Serperior is going to go for this Arrow Ace. Is it enough to KO at this range? Yes, it is. So GG's to our opponent right there. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.